You'd be surprised that a number of them don't even know that I was a drug addict at one time. No, a dope fiend. Homeless. You was homeless? Yeah, I was homeless.
Came in as a client, homeless, penniless.
I got keys to my apartment. I got keys to this barbershop. And I open and close. I'm a manager. I'm a manager.
Since then, I've gotten my GED. I've enrolled at Northern Kentucky University. I'm maintaining a 3.2 grade point average, and most recently have been hired on as staff here for Transitions Incorporated as a residential monitor.
This is a story about the charitable agency called Transitions that started services for those suffering from alcohol and drug addiction with no health insurance or other funds for treatment. The agency had no resources, contracts, or money, but knew what a difference recovery, especially long-term recovery, could make for the lives of the alcoholics, addicts, and the community at large.
Transitions is probably one of the better kept secrets in Northern Kentucky.
Well, one of the things that makes the Grateful Life Center special is that it's a long-term program. What I mean by that is it's a minimum of 9 months in residence here.
Since 1969, despite the obstacles, Transitions continues on the journey, dealing with the challenges one day at a time.
There can be no greater pain than losing a child.
Before I started using heroin, I had relationships with my family. I would have never stolen from my family. Once I started using the drug, just all of that went out the window. It was like I was physically dead, like I was just a body, a shell of a person walking around.
Although statistics were sketchy in the earlier days, a conservative estimate of the number of clients served in the past 40-plus years would be about 40,000 people.
Going to the Rap House was the first time I ever went someplace, and nobody wanted anything except for me to get well. There weren't telephones. There was just, I could really have some self-introspection where there was no interference, which to me, there's just no money on earth that can pay for that.
I did this as a direct result of allowing some people to help me help myself. My rent's paid up. I got my own car, and it's paid for. It ain't no 2010, it ain't no 2009, but it's mine. These are some lost dreams that I had. My family, I just came back from Nashville, Tennessee. I was talking to my daughter Sunday morning, and I have 2 more daughters who live in Nashville, Tennessee, and we have been wanting to go down there and see them. And I said, baby, let's just go now. We got up, she came and picked me up, and we rode to Nashville, and that was the first time in about at least 15 years, that I've had all 3 of my daughters and myself in the same room at the same time. Those are some of the rewards. And I got a cell phone that I ain't sold. I've had this same number for 4 years.
Long-term recovery is a blessing for everyone. The alcoholic or addict, spouses, children, co-workers, relatives, neighbors, and the community at large.
I had been looking for that man for, the last year and a half. And, it was like, he's back.
Feels amazing. I mean amazing. It's so nice to not wake up and be sick. It's so nice to not spend 14 hours a day in my car chasing drugs. It's nice to be able to be a part of my family, be a mom to my daughter and my newborn son.
When they get out of treatment, that the real effort has to be there, and nobody pays for that. Government programs don't pay for aftercare and beyond, and most foundation grants don't pay for aftercare and beyond. So Transitions has always had to raise the money for the housing part of the program, the jobs part of the program, and the continuing care or aftercare part of the program.
Every year, Transitions has to figure out a plan on how to cope with the ever-increasing needs and decreasing funding. Nowadays, the agency needs a $7 million budget to pay for the 450 residents who live at Transitions every day and every night, and the 140 staff to keep the agency running around the clock every day of the year.
I really say that Transitions helped me survive. Because I really didn't want to go on living when we lost Casey, and it really gave me a purpose for living, and and offered me the opportunity to be the voice on the phone for other people, to give the information to other people that I didn't have for Casey. And it is so heartwarming for me when I have a parent say, "You're the first person that I've..." Sorry.
For Transitions and the Grateful Life Foundation, the goal for addiction services is to put recovery in the conversation at all levels of discussion, research, and funding.
You asked me about the dark side. You know, it's very easy to forget the dark side. Sometimes I prefer not to, but it's not that I don't go there and think about it. It's that I have learned how to modify my thinking to accommodate the, as you said, inner peace or my disease. And if I stay spiritually fit, I'm good.
At the very least, stopping by the Grateful Life Center will get you a hot cup of coffee. And at the most, could perhaps save your life or perhaps someone you love.
I would feel safer having a place like this in my community for people to get help than having them on my streets using.
You know, I wish we had a zillion facilities because there's always hope.
They give me my life back. They give me my life back.
This is the place to get help. If we have nowhere to turn for help, where are they supposed to go?
Lifelong recovery is the change that changes everything for the clients who make good use of transition services. If you would like to learn more about the recovery movement, go to our website at thegratefulLifeFoundation.org. There you can learn more about the recovery movement, join the foundation, or make a donation. We are grateful for any and all assistance. With your help, we can bridge the gaps from early recovery to long-term recovery. Together, we can and will make a difference.
We continue to just kind of look the other way and hope that it would all clear up and get better. But it's not going to until we start spending more on prevention and treatment and aftercare and getting people into long-term recovery.